Okay, so in this chapter, we are talking about area, right? So the amount of space inside of an object, right? Of a two-dimensional flat object, I should say, right? So to find the area of a square, that's a circle. I didn't. And now it's gone. Square, right? So when we have a square, right, we have the length of the sides, which are S. So to find the area, we're going to take whatever the side length is squared. What do you do when you square something? What does that mean? Don't double it. You multiply it by itself. Right? So, for example, if the length of one of these sides is 5, that means we would do 5 squared, which is 25.
Is this just the same thing we did like 5 years ago?
Pretty much.
Does it get any more complex?
A little bit.
I saw a triangle on there. That was fancy.
No, like in this first couple sections, it's going to be fairly straightforward. The one that might annoy you guys a little bit is when we do regular polygons.
Is it called squares?
Okay. All right. So moving on to our next shape, which is rectangle.
Base times height.
Alright, I got it.
Times height.
Yes.
Oh, dang it.
What, Micah?
I needed.
All right. So next we have a rectangle. Right. So then we have the base and the height. Right. So area of a rectangle is base times height. Easy enough. So let's say our base is 10 and our height is 2. So that means we would do 10 times 2, which is 20.
You wish for too much.
They really are in this section. Like, I told you guys that geometry was a class that started off really, really hard and gets easier as you go.
Like that.
Why can't you just start at easy?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Questions about a rectangle? All right, let's move on to... Can I go forward, Micah? You ready this time? All right, let's move on to parallelogram. All right, this one I'm going to have to actually... Basically, yes. The formula is the same. So, practice.
No, like what?
What's supposed to be curved, like straight in the way?
The straight lines.
Okay, so for a parallelogram, and really for any shape that we're going to deal with, the height is always going to form a right angle with the base. Right? The height will never be one of the slanted sides.
Oh,
Right? We're talking, the height is measured like from base to base. So like for a rectangle, that made sense because like the sides are right, they form right angles. Right, so in a parallelogram, and really any other shape that's going to have slanted sides like this, your height always needs to form a right angle. Okay. So, and then the base is still going to be just like one of these other sides. Okay. So, the area for a parallelogram has the same formula as a rectangle. It's still base times height. You just have to remember that the height is still going to be straight up and down. It's not ever going to be the slanted side of the parallelogram. Okay. So if you think about it, a parallelogram is basically just like a rectangle, right? So if you were to like, see this triangle here on the end? If you like cut it off and move it over here between the green lines, now you have a rectangle, right? See that? And then if you like were to take some scissors, cut it off and put it there, it looks like a rectangle. That's why it's the same formula.
But it looks like a hybrid between a parallelogram.
Right, but you have to pretend this other part's not there. So like,
Parallelogram hiding.
There you go.
now it's a rectangle, right?
That's the one.
So again, you can just kind of move this. Oh, well, now it's stuck there. Crap.
It's like a tent, like you know, like a 3D
Oh, well.
tent.
Okay. Not, there we go. All right. And so we'll just, ta-da. Okay. All right, questions on parallelogram. Is the height ever the slanted side? No. It is not. Remember that. That's going to be the biggest thing I fuss at you guys about, probably, in this whole chapter. Okay. Next, we have a triangle. Who groaned over triangles? I'm pretty sure it was Kaylee.
Looks big, like anything. A long triangle. Big old triangle.
Okay, so this is a triangle, right? So again, the base is going to be here, right? Height, again, has to form a right angle with the base. That's going to be true for any shape that we're dealing with the height, right? So the height's going to like drop down from the middle and be right there.
So does the height always make 90 degrees?
Yes, the height will always make a 90-degree angle with the base. That's how you know you're using the right number, okay? So, the technical formula for this is 1/2 base times height. You can also do it as base times height divided by 2. A lot of times this makes more sense to people in their heads. Like you multiply the 2, then divide it. So I don't have it written this way on your formula sheet. If you would like to do that, please go ahead and do it. So you can write base times height divided by 2. That way you can, because I think that's how Miss Odell taught it.
Yeah, triangle.
Yeah, for triangles. Base times height divided by 2.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, so dividing by 2 and multiplying by 1/2 mean the exact same thing. But a lot of times with these formulas, it's easier to just remember it as base times height divided by 2. So, and I didn't realize till last year that that's how Miss Odell taught it when she did that in pre-algebra. So that's why it kind of threw everybody off when I started doing 1/2. So we'll just keep it consistent and do it this way. Okay, so let's practice. So somebody give me a number.
24.
7 and 24, okay. So, again, we're going to do 24 times 7. It doesn't matter what order you multiply in. I'm just putting them. Right, and then divide it by 2. So 24 times 7 is something.
Oh.
168. And then divide that by 2, which is going to give you 84. Okay, so that's area of a triangle.
All right.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Yes, we are doing an assignment, guys. That's just all the notes for today.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, it's,
That was
You
like
could-
a facade.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were asking questions about things.
Hey, the things won't be that hard.
We are, but I want to go ahead and give you your homework assignment. And then I'll let you guys come up and ask questions.
What page?
It is, record this. So to solve these, you just have to split it up into shapes like rectangles, right? So we know that I would split it like here.
Oh, I didn't do that. I did like one down.
Well, I mean, you can do that too. So like this way?
Yeah, I did it that way.
Okay, and then did you do it this way here too?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means that this piece here is 2, right? This piece here is 4, so then you do 12 minus 6, which makes this piece 6.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was saying wrong. I got it.
No, from here to here is 6.
Oh, come on.
That, yeah, okay.
Oh, come on.
And then this height here would be 5, right? So like this rectangle here is a 5 by 6. So you're going to do 5 times 6. This little piece over here, or well, let's do this. Then this one here, you're going to do 7 times 2. And then this red one, you're going to do 4 times 2. Because,
Then you add them all up.
The outside.
yes, then you find those 3 rectangles and add them together.
That's the outside
I was
numbers just
doing
don't matter.
Thing wrong.
That makes no sense.
I'm just.
Like they do matter because you have to use them to find the other pieces.
So like in the end, like counting it all.
Right. So then you find those individual areas, then you add them all together.
Add them